today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And normally in this spot, we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time, it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd and 2, Gibson escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open? And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw. Gibson eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Flush to his right. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Back to throw. Gibson flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense, because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On first down, Gibson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run. On first and 10, Gibson eluding the pressure right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Looking to throw. Gibson rolling to his right. They'll find Osborne here. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne, 32 yards. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Austin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gibson flushed out right. This one caught by Osborne, right side. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. K.J. Osborne, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson escaping the pressure right. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Gibson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Browning coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Gibson eluding the pressure right. Open man is Osborne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Back to throw. Gibson flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 47 yards. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He hasn't had a ball touch the ground yet. 8 of 8 throwing it. Perfect so far, including the touchdown on the last drive, you remember, as they begin 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Gibson. They'll roll him out right. Austin's got it left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Throwing on 1st down. Gibson flushed out right. That's down the field for Jefferson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. George Pickens. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's closing in on 300 yards passing already in this first half as he'll take over here on first down. To throw from his end zone. Gibson eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now he's loose again. He's on his way. George Pickens. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Gibson flush to his right. Pass caught here by Osborne. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Gibson flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Gibson escape, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Remember, he took it in from a yard out the last time they had it, and look to put together a similar drive here as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On first down, Gibson flush to his right. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
He'll buy some time right. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw. Gibson flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Baron Browning picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Gibson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Back to throw. Gibson escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin from 6 yards away. And the Steelers have got it on cruise control. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run again with Harris. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Harris. A little juke, and he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
A handoff for Warren. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They run with Harris. He'll get this down to the 38. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Shreds the tackle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Get that ball. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
On the ground, it's Harris. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.